audience. Now we have with us Dr. Vaibhav Kulkarni, Director, Regulatory Affairs, Abbott Nutrition International, who would like to address the audience now. And I request Dr. Armaiti Shukla, Head, Department of Textile and Apparel Designing, and Chairperson IQAC, Sir Vittaldas Thakasi College of Home Science Autonomous, to introduce Dr. Vaibhav Kulkarni to the entire audience. Dr. Armaiti.
Yes, thank you, Madhuri, for the introduction opportunity. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Vaibhav Kulkarni, the audience, and all the other panelists and speakers. Dr. Vaibhav Kulkarni is currently the Director, Regulatory Affairs, Abbott Nutrition International. He's also a senior leadership team member, Honorable Secretary, and board member, HADSA. He was appointed to this current role since April 2009. Previously, he served as a head, regulatory and innovation, and also as an executive committee member for Novartis OTC division. Prior to joining Abbott, Dr. Vaibhav worked for various blue chip organizations, including Novartis, Johnson & Johnson's Medical, and Sanofi Aventis. He holds a robust experience of more than 20 years managing drug regulatory affairs, clinical research, innovation, drug safety, and pharmacovigilance. As a steering committee member for the DCGI, he was instrumental in paving the medical device laws in India. Presently, he is an active member of various industry bodies like FICCI, CII, HADSA, and PFNDAI. He is also on the board of Consumer Complaint Council at Advertising Standards Council of India, what we call as ASCI, and International Life Science Institute, that is ILSI, and presently also an industry expert on specialized nutrition and plays a major role in shaping the food categorization regulations in India. Dr. Vaibhav Kulkarni, on behalf of Team HADSA, as well as on behalf of Team SVT, I extend a warm welcome and request you to please attend the audience. Set the tone for the seminar so that it ends in a resounding success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Armaiti. And first of all, apologies the entire faculty and my friends because I have to travel somewhere. So you will find me in a very precarious situation when I'm talking with you. But still, I wanted to address this the audience, the young audience, because this is very important. As our earlier speakers have also said, that we need to be addressing the young minds. We need to be generating some sort of a confidence in the younger minds, and that's how the entire plan is from the HADSA as well as from the Abbott perspective. So friends, there is a growing appreciation of the potential of power of the mind-body connection. Many organizations, including Abbott, we had invested a significant proportion of their training, of their allied people, or the people of the senior management, so that you have a stronger mindset under duress, getting in the zone and maintaining the mental acuity during the unexpected setbacks. Now the entire 8 to 9 months or 10 months what we have been in, it's kind of an unexpected incident, but we need to face, we need to thrive, and we need to succeed as well. So here the entire game shifts to your what is the state of your mind when you're doing things. So we see the mind and body relationship play out a very important role in our daily lives. For example, I can quote with an example. We watch a suspenseful movie, and you must have experienced our heart starts racing. We watch a sad movie and we shed a tear. Automatically it comes. When you are watching some emotional scene, we think of taste of a sour lemon and our mouth starts watering. So here there is a mind-body connection. it makes sense that mind and body are finely attuned to each other to ensure our survival. It's instinctive, innate, and accessible to all of us. With physical contact, people seem to be able to let go of some of the external pressures that we have seen, or they would feel tension in the area that they were previously unaware of, and over time form a more respectable or respectful bond with their own bodies. So here, once you go into that realization mode, so the COVID has, if you see, as COVID took place, the people's earlier pre-COVID, people were taking life a little bit easy. They were taking it for granted, but now see, they are becoming aware of their bodies. So you see a lot of products in the market where suddenly the tone of all the, either it is a nutraceutical product or drug product, or OTC product, the tone of those products or the commercials have shifted to the healthy claims. So earlier it was there, but it was not so pronounced. So what I see is the people have become kinder or more cautious about their bodies. They nourish themselves now with good food, strengthen it with exercise, and rest more. Seemingly unrelated, they become happier, experience improved confidence, manages stress better, had less conflicts, and greater clarity. So when we began dwelling into the mental health arena, we immediately noticed that the processes that netted faster progress for people incorporated the physical, things like dance therapy, breath working, or chanting, or experimental processes. I can also give you an example of biopsychosocial model of mental health that encourages the practitioners to gain foundation, understanding of what is happening in the body, mind, and social environment of the people. So while we pump up the power music to get ourselves motivated at the gym or do a boxing class to rid ourselves of the stress, let's start to deliberate or deliberately build a mind-body plan to minimize stress and maximize happiness. So as you see, again, I come back to my original self. There's a mind-body connect. What you think on in the mind, definitely you can make it happen. And this, again, I can give you an example, a recent example of 2 days back. We created history in cricket, where we bet Australia in their home ground, which was near to impossible for any country in this world. So it's all, so once you think, once your mind is stronger, you are definitely, you will see miracle and the results come through. I'll also quote at this point Dr. B.K.S. Iyengar's quote: "The rhythm of the body, the melody of the mind, and the harmony of the soul create the symphony of life." So with that, I would like to end my talk, a small motivational talk, and here I see to it that in the last next 2 days we will have a good discussions on mind body part, and very all best to all the esteemed speakers, and as well as the SVT College. I'm fortunate to start building that relationship with the college and with the university, where we can have more such programs. We know we have signed the MOU, and we will do a lot of things for you in the future, or in this year as well. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Kulkarni, for sharing really motivational thoughts with young audience. And I must say that has really set the tone for today's webinar. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure, Dr. Shah.